Senator Kaine admits Dems out of touch, must return to bread and butter basics. This is Senator Tim Kaine, the senator from Virginia. He's right. He's right. They are out of touch. They live in their bubble. They cater to the 1%. They are super duper unpopular right now because of these woke stuff that they've been pushing. The identity politics is not working. But the problem is they haven't changed. They're doubling down on that. They got that weirdo David Hogg who's continuing to push the same stuff. He's now leading the DNC. You got the guy from Minnesota. I can't remember his name. He's running the DNC as well. So you got two people that continue to push the leftist policies, these leftist, far left extreme policies that nobody wants except for a small percentage of America. They continue to push this, and so I don't think anything is going to change. They're still going to push this crazy woke ideology stuff. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to play the clip. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. And I just posted a new video today. Is a really interesting one. I did some cool things with AI. It's pretty cool. And it's pertaining to some new information that we received about the jab. So y'all might want to check that out. Also, check me out on X and Instagram as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, Senator Tim Kaine, again from Virginia, admitted that the Democratic Party has lost touch with voters and needs to return to the bread and butter basics. CNN State of the Union host Jake Tapper on Sunday asked Kaine his thoughts about why the Democrat Party is so, quote, staggeringly, sorry, can't talk today, staggeringly unpopular with voters, evidenced by recent polls and the sound rejection of Kamala Harris and the Democrats in the presidential election in November. And it's simple. It's just what I just laid out earlier. People don't want to be chastised and told that they're racist or homophobes or whatever other things they label people when they don't agree with their ideology. No, that's not the case. We just don't believe in those things that y'all believe in, and they continue to push it no matter how unpopular it is. Like, it's common sense things like keeping men out of women's sports. I mean, that's pretty simple. You know, you don't want, we understand that it's some transgenders that want to participate, but maybe have a special something for them, or have the transgender participate in men's sports because it's not right. And then when it comes to like things like the mutilation of children, overwhelmingly, we don't want to chop off kids' body parts. You know, they can't even have consent to go on a field trip by themselves. Why would they be able to consent to do something as to change their gender? Like, that makes absolutely no sense to me. I mean, it's common sense things that the loony left are against. And that loony left has taken over the party so much that it has turned people off. It's as simple as that. But let's play this clip and hear what Tim Kaine has to say about it. Here we go.
The Democratic National Committee picked a new head over the weekend on the matter of the Democratic Party. We saw some stark numbers this week about how the American people view the Democratic Party. You see there, this is a Quinnipiac poll, 57% of the American people have an unfavorable view of the Democratic Party, only 31% favorable. This is the worst number for the Democratic Party since Quinnipiac University began asking the question, and it's not an outlier. A recent CNN poll found a 33-year low favorable rating with the Democratic Party. Why is your party so staggeringly unpopular with the public?
Jake, you know me, I'm a Virginian. I know one state well and not so well the other 49. In Virginia, we've gone from one of the most ruby red states in the country to now having put electoral votes behind Democrats 5 elections in a row. I just won my re-election by a sizable margin against Donald Trump's hand-picked Republican opponent. And I'll tell you how we've done it. We focus on the economy. This is what we do in Virginia, and I think sometimes national Democrats don't. We focus on competent government and running the economy in a great way that focuses on innovation and advancing. We have what we call a make, build, grow agenda. While the Republicans are talking about cutting taxes and cutting regulation, and most people understand that tax cutting is just for the wealthiest, on the Democratic side in Virginia, and I think we can do this nationally, we talk about make, build, grow. We want to make it here, we want to build it here, and in ag and forestry, we want to grow it here. And the Dems have the results to back it up. It's just that so often Democratic candidates don't emphasize that. And so, yeah, the American public looks at standard campaigns. They don't see Democrats advertising on the economy, which is their principal concern, and so they have wonders about us. Let's return to the bread and butter basics that people want to really focus on, and I think the Democrats can do well, especially when Donald Trump's tariffs are driving up their prices every day.
Well, I don't want to get too in the weeds of Virginia politics, but your governor is a Republican, and he beat handily a former Democratic governor when he ran for that position.
Right. When it comes to Virginia, it's the big cities. It's the big cities that are blue. Everywhere else in Virginia is pretty much red. And then you got the DC elites and stuff living in Virginia. They're blue. This is why you see like a lot of the state electors are Democrats, but when it comes nationally, they vote for. When it comes to like as a whole, they voted for Youngkin, and he's a Republican. He's a conservative Donald Trump Republican.
By 1.8%. The last two Republicans that won the governorship in Virginia won by comfortable double digits. Our governor is a Republican. He ran during a very good year to be a Republican, and he won barely. We have a governor's race this year in Virginia. We feel really, really good about our chances. We just took both houses of the state legislature. We got a great candidate for governor. I think the governor's race in Virginia in November 2025 will be the first bellwether test of a Democratic comeback, and I'm feeling really, really good about that right now.
All right, Governor Tim Kaine of the great.
He's super optimistic. I don't know why he's so optimistic, especially when Trump is having all these wins. But Kaine said that he can't speak for why voters rejected the Democrats nationwide, but argued Democrats have been making political inroads in the state of Virginia in recent years. But despite electing two white guys to lead the party on Saturday, you know, this is the wokety wokes. They elected two white guys though, including Gen Z gun control activist David Hogg. And I got a little report coming out on a little snippet of a report coming out on my update a little later on him. And Democrats continue to reel from their election defeat with no clear leader of the party or policies that can effectively counter Donald Trump. I don't think they have, because they don't have anything. Because Trump is winning, they're just going to become, the Democrat Party is just going to be basically obstructionist. They're going to be the obstructionist party and just try to anti everything Trump goes for. Everything Trump is going to be pushing, the Democrat Party is just going to push against it, no matter if it benefits Americans and the majority of our country. They're just going to push back on every single initiative that Trump try to implement because they want him. They don't want him to win. That's what I think is going to happen here, and that's going to cause them another election, I believe, when it comes to 2028. But y'all, let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.